So yeah, I will be explaining how to play with the Arbalest. I'm gonna do a full run with it with commentary to explain how I play and why I do every single play and how I choose to pick every card and whatnot. So I'm gonna take overstock because I'm gonna be visiting stations a lot with the Arbalest. It's not like the Marauder where you're literally not going to be visiting anything. Upgrade Reactor is also a really good one, and bonus fuel. Like there are options like arsenal, capacity, and mass production ones. They are more valuable than fuel, but fuel can actually be giving you resources back in other ways, like letting you kill more elites or getting an extra crew member. So I tend to go with bonus fuel because it allows me to be more flexible. And of course, I'm going to be playing on Ascension 7 because all the other Ascensions they don't pose any difficulty for me. So yeah. So right now I'm looking where the additional crew member can be. It can be here, 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 or here. And if you want to always be guaranteed to encounter it, you go to the middle left path, and you'll guaranteed expose the additional crew member somewhere. And if you do want to visit your allied station, I would recommend visiting it without having any reputation loss, because if you're going with full reputation to your allied station, you get repaired for 10 HP for free, and it adds up. It saves up it saves a lot of money on higher ascensions. On lower ascensions, it can be like, I don't know, only like 20 credits, but on higher ascensions, it could be way more. So it's highly recommended to visit stations. I'm gonna do target lock, catalyst pulse, and just destroy weapon. Like, I don't like that they added more laser pulse cards into the build, the stock build of the Arbalest. Like, I'm probably going to be removing one of them at a station, because I have no need for that many laser pulses. Are there any good cards here? The only good card to pick out of here would be PDC Burst, so that you'd actually have other PDC cards be available to you whenever you get other card picks. Because right now there's a bug where your only PDC Burst is going to show if you only have one card on the PDC array. Ooh, there are no good picks here. I wanted a missile rack. I don't know about going for a heat build. Haven't done one of those in a while. Probably going to take a railgun because this is a really good weapon. Really good weapon for stalling out. And it doesn't use mass, this one. So it's really good. Oh, I'm too broke, cool. Precision to all laser cars. What can be done is just go catalyst pulse and just pyroelectric round like this. And also PDC burst to get it out of your deck. There's not going to be any missiles here. Just use the damage on the enemy. Get that +2 extra damage. And then just put target lock and just keep firing at the enemy, and then we win here. No damage taken. Should be. Get more credits. Are there any good cards? Eruptive Blast. It's expensive. The really good card it would be Tungsten Run, because if you get a weapon stabilizer, this will go. This one scales with equipment damage way better. So this is like the only good card. It's cheap and it deals really good equipment damage. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to the conflict zone and go over here to where's the Starkin Elite. Unfortunately, the crew member did not spawn on that node. So the main reason why I like railguns is that you can really easily just pick off equipment and deal a lot of damage. Just gonna fire the tungsten round because I cannot do any mad laser plays, and now I can chain these two lasers together for that value. I'm gonna put a conservation. There's like no point to healing right now because my deck is fairly thin and doesn't really require too much. Ooh, never never seen this before. Gridfire is a really good PDC card that you should be aiming to have, because it's a non-exhaustible, it's a renewable PDC card that can come in handy quite often. Now phases are really annoying to hack to deal with, so you gotta watch out so that you have no tactical cards, aka the cards that have a green line on top, or just break it in the first turn. Just put a target lock and add a pyroelectric round. Will get rid of it. And then here, what I'll do. So Gridfire right now is very good because there's going to be a support wall incoming from the enemy and a light torpedo. So this is a perfect timing for getting that. I'm going to do force production and do kinetic shot and tungsten round to disable the basic laser on the enemy. And then I'll just target the enemy ship. Well, seems like we don't need to use any of the PDC cards because we can just outright kill the enemy. And then PDC Repeater is the other really good PDC card that I would recommend having in your deck. And what you want to do with the PDC Burst later down the line is just get rid of it at a station. It costs a little bit of money, yes, but it will thin out your deck and make you less prone to dying due to horrible card draws. You see, I just pulled like PDC cards, which is like not good, but you can use them offensively, which is pretty nice. And unfortunately, I will have to sustain some damage here because of that same RNG factor with card draws.
Enemy firewall is up.
Now here I'm just gonna use the PDC burst, just to get it out of my deck. And then I'm gonna hit the laser pulse first. Because the flank will go on to reload. Now leech defenses are really annoying, but luckily we have tungsten round and pyroelectric round. The main reason why both of these are really good is because they are cheap. And they deal a lot of damage for what they're worth. And then next time we just win, like this. Perfect damage, no damage, well 1 damage sustained, but it's not the end of the world. We have an engineer on board and from time to time you do get free 4 HP repairs post-battle. Here there are no good cards to pick from. I don't want another kinetic shot as I already have one. I really want a drill round for that bonus damage. And here we have a Starkin Elite, and I will be attacking it. Okay, it's this variant. Unfortunately, not a horrible first turn card draw, but you ideally want to break either the chain laser or the fortifier shield, and both are really annoying to deal with. Because if you let this loose, you're gonna be in a rough time. You're not gonna be having fun. So first I'm gonna take the catalyst pulse. Since I cannot one-shot the chain burst with it, I will hit the shield gen first, and then the laser pulse will go up by 1 damage, which is just enough to break the chain laser. And I played shields just to block the beam sweep perfectly. Now the problem with this enemy is that its shield gen is its main strength that you would want to get rid of. Usually what I'd have is I'd have a missile rack and I would just use missiles to break shields.
Enemy shield
But
down.
this time I did not have that. But luckily I had the pyroelectric round to break the shields, as it's very strong and a very potent card. Here I'm going to discard a PDC Repeater as it's a useless card in this battle, and I'll pop a barrier and hit a kinetic shot on the enemy. And then a laser pulse. Didn't need to cut off shield, I wasn't paying attention to hard reload. And then next turn we win. Just hit with grid fire and then laser pulse. PDC cards can be utilized very offensively. Like, sometimes you can make them spiral out of control in terms of damage. None of these cards are good. Test fire, it's not something that I'd pick. I'd rather have paired pulse or the light laser, as they're cheap and strong. I don't want any more tungsten rounds, as I already have one in my build. I don't want to make the deck too thick. AC defense, I just don't like the card. I don't want to lose hull for shield. It's a good card, but I just don't like it. There are better options. You'd ideally want to charge a berry and then try to get at a rampart. Equivalence, you don't have mass. Well, you don't have mass in the build, and the build doesn't really need mass, so you don't need this. Optimization, you don't even use any mass, so this would be just a dead card in the build. So none of this is worthwhile, so I just skip the card pick and take the money. I don't want to go up there, as it will take too much fuel to go this way later on. So I'll go to the waypoint. I'll accept the contract, see where it is, and it's in a place that I'll never go to. Unfortunately, I'm 3 credits short to another reactor upgrade that I want. So we're forced to fight the elite without an additional reactor upgrade. Ooh, retribution and counteroffensive. I honestly do not like this guy, as he has eoteric armor, and this is where grid fire is good. You can actually, does this bug still work? Overload cannons? Oh yes, it does. And the overload cannon is still available. I'll just discard all of these to lower the opening shot's damage down to 4, and then be able to block with emergency shields completely. Ooh, pyroelectric round. We're gonna do PDC burst to deal some damage. Discard PDC repeater. We will unfortunately have to do force production because we can't afford both pyroelectric round and a barrier. So we're gonna hit the light barrage blank first and then just pop a barrier. And here we do target lock and then we just go for the retribution flank, or what is it called? Vindicator. Luckily, the railgun cards that I have in the build are really strong, as they are going to be at minimum beating for 7 equipment damage if we have target lock up. Otherwise, they're at minimum 6. So you're going to be able to break enemy equipment fairly easily without any issues. That's like the main reason why I like having railguns on every ship. It's just that they're so good. Ooh. And I hit him with a grid fire, and that was just enough damage to lower this flank's HP just so it would be breakable with the catalyst pulse. And then I pop a barrier. I should be able to win next turn. Yeah, I'm winning right here. And just to be a bit annoying, I'm just gonna kill him with a PDC repeater. No damage taken. Simple as that. And another garbage subsystem. Do we have anything good? Yes, we do. We have the drill round, the one thing that I really wanted. And we get 150 credits. What do we have here? You know, I'm gonna pick him up. I'm gonna invest more into energy, as we do need more of it in our build. Wreckage, not interested, not worth spending a fuel. Another wreckage. This repair station would be quite wasted, but I would need more exploration. One hull repaired, really annoying. Shields malfunction, even more annoying. And a Stark in battle. I'm not worried about taking damage here, as I get repaired for free for 10 HP at the allied station. So even if I take up to 10 damage, I'm not going to be paying for any repairs. And here I'm going to be going first for the enemy ion weapon, because that is a really annoying thing to be facing against. and ion doesn't deal whole damage. It's really annoying when it goes with beam sweep. Then you have to spend twice as much on shields, because you have to be playing twice as many shield cards to block it all. I'll be targeting the shield gen of the enemy, because I don't want him blocking with our rampart, as it's a really thick shield card. And we win here. Let's kill him with a grid fire. Simple as that. Surge is a horrible card, don't pick it. Optimization, not worth it with this build. Heat ray, not worth it. It does not synergize with this build. And I'm gonna go to the allied station. I'm gonna have to buy a fuel, at least. Radiator. Radiator can be really good. But I haven't... Do I want the radiator? It can save you when fighting the custodian. And since we do have a pyroelectric round that creates heat, we could actually utilize our radiator really well. We repair malfunction, buy up all the fuel as I'll need it. We do unwind. It doesn't really matter which one you pick, but if you're really relying on a lot on abilities, I recommend picking unwind. So out of all of these subsystems, the only one that I really would pick would be the supply cache, as it would allow you to have a really strong early setup when fighting an enemy. Like, you get another 2 of each resource, which is like the equivalent of our engineer's ability, which is force production. Starting out with extra 2 of extra resource of each kind is really good, as it allows me to play all my offensive cards here without issues. And I want to target that first, and then I want to hit the shield gen, as it's a really annoying thing. I didn't play weapon coolant because I would be risking taking overheat damage. Now, this is annoying. I'm gonna have to play a PDC burst, I'm gonna play a barrier, then I'll do force production, because I'm gonna be hitting kinetic shot and then drill round for that extra hull damage. And now we can do weapon coolant. We will be temporarily overheated, but since one heat gets this bit at the end of the turn, we will not take any damage. Now we can radiate, and then we can use the pyroelectric round again. Doesn't really matter what I'm gonna hit. Now I'll have to do emergency shielding
enhanced, Captain,
because I didn't pull a single shield card. And now we just win right here. No damage taken. Are there any good cards? Yes, there are. We get... I really want to charge a barrier because we really need more, but on the other hand, I need more damage. Impaired Pulse is like a really good card. It scales really well with weapon stabilizers, so this card can get really out of hand if you know what you are doing. Of course, it's gonna be the annoying one, and he has stability, which is also really frustrating to deal with. Okay, I'm gonna go hit the Catalyst Pulse on this guy, and then I'll hit with the Paired Pulse onto the flag. Then we hit Force Production for the drill round, and we kill it. Because
enemy equipment
going
destroyed.
for emergency shielding, you'll sustain 1 damage. And I'll have to play Radiate for 2 energy, so that I'd have 2 more energy, so that the enemy that wouldn't be able to phase it out and then force me to play the card. Because right now we didn't have any tactical cards, we don't face any repercussions for getting hacked. Now here I'll play Target Lock and then PDC Repeater to get rid of the missile.
Enemy missile intercepted.
And I'm gonna be hitting the hacking weapon of the enemy, because it gets really frustrating to deal with. I'm gonna discard the Grid Fire because it will be just taking up space in my card slots. pieces, and then
Enemy
here
missile
we
is
discard
down.
it, because there will no longer be any singular missiles, and you just have to target the missile rack on the enemy, and I'll go hit with the weapon pool so that I have all my offensive cards on the hotbar, and now we kill the missile rack on the enemy. I'll play a barrier and then do a PDC burst to get it out of my hand. And I would do paired pulse, tungsten round, and we win. Module discharger, we do not have an ion weapon. Oh, charge barrier. I really want a missile rack on the ship, but haven't seen one yet. Now this enemy is quite annoying. I'm gonna discard the PDC repeater as I do not need it. And I will just take out the enemy missile rack straight away. The main thing that you should be worrying about when playing with the Arbalest against this enemy is the Pyroclast flak that this guy has. It's because it has calculated overheat, and it's something that you may miss, and then you just get hit with damage that you forgot about. So I just suggest breaking it if you cannot keep track of many things. And then I'll just play a charge barrier to maintain shield HP per turn. And I'll hit a conservation, hit a kinetic shot right into the guardian flag, and then I hit weapon coolant. You can go one over, and then we'll go back down. And then here I'll just pop drill round straight into spread shot. I'll discard grid
Enemy equipment destroyed.
because 3 not worth it against a single starflare. You're better off playing a single barrier. And now, since I had to kill the Pyroclast flag, it no longer has the calculated overheat, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. Then I'll just do 3 laser pulses in a row like that. We get anything more that's good? Nope. Then we just skip for more money. Horrible fuel prices, we're not gonna be buying any fuel. We don't need it. And we get a reactor malfunction, the worst malfunction to have. Well, luckily we got straight to the station. Hacking array. This would be really good on the Lancer. Missile pods, we don't want those, and this one just has 2 iron missiles. That's garbage. So we're gonna sell the module discharger. Engineering bay is actually really strong. It's a really underrated equipment. Defensive stance, it allows you to gain 2 energy and draw or return a shield card from your cooldown or draw a pile straight into your hand, which is insanely overpowered if you have only like 3 shield cards. And you can also get battle repairs as a card, so that you won't even have to repair at stations, you can just repair mid-battle. Do I want to buy anything else, like fuel? I kinda wanted to buy a reactor power, but I'm like 1 credit short. I'll just buy 1 fuel, and I'll remove a card. I'll remove the PDC burst, as it's just a card that gets in the way, and I'm not gonna be adding any cards, as I have no need for that. As my deck is perfectly capable of dealing with everything without any issues. So we're gonna go to the wreckage. And of course it's gonna be combat, because we have like really low reputation with the faction, so you're gonna be expected to be fighting. Now you see here I pulled no shield cards, but luckily we do have defensive stance, so we can pull a shield card straight out of our inventory. We're gonna do Pyro Electrocrown first. Then we're gonna do Deterrence, and then hit it with a Pair Pulse right there for 12 damage. We can Radiate,
temperatures reached.
play defensive stance to have more energy on hand, and then I'll just not get the Catalyst Pulse because I didn't have any more Pulse cards to play with. I could have played maybe a bit better, but I played really well anyway in that turn. That missile is going to be really annoying, but that's a problem for later, and I don't have any master. So here it doesn't really matter which ability you pick. But usually, in most cases, I would pick force production and pop a charge barrier. And I'm gonna put one reactor power, another reactor power to mass because I need it due to the railguns. Here I'm gonna just pop a weapon coolant, hit with a kinetic shot, and then I'll just let down this all do its thing. Do target lock, then we go catalyst pulse for the weaker laser, as we're able to 2-tap it. And then we just finished off with a PDC repeater. Another defensive stance would be actually really good. Then I'm gonna try to salvage, come on, and nothing happened. Trade security. Should I? I mean, I can get another elite. Oh, 2 more elites actually. That's very lucky. Now here I'll just pull defensive stones, charge barrier, and this one. I'll target the hacking equipment that it has.
Enemy equipment destroyed.
I'll just discard the PC repeaters, I literally don't need it. Now we don't need to play any shields because we had charge barrier and it saved the other 3 shield HP for the second light barrage that he was gonna play. So I'm gonna do a kinetic shot for the missile launcher, and I'll be doing weapon coolant, deterrence, and then hit paired pulse on it. And then do the next turn. Now it's covering fire. Here I have pulled perfectly the drill round because I had done weapon coolant, which pulls some cards. I don't remember exactly how many. Up to 2 attacks from your cooldown to your drop round. Okay. And I was lucky that I got the drill round. And I can just pop a barrier and then pull a defensive stance so that I have more energy. Here I'm gonna do... Actually, I'm not gonna be playing the pyroelectric round. I'll be doing kinetic shot. Actually, pyroelectric round. 1 short. Should have done the laser pulse actually first. That way I would have been able to kill him. We just kill him with red fire. Let's be annoying towards the enemy. Do you have anything good? The shield amp is not a bad card, but I wouldn't recommend picking it, as it needs you to be shielded when played. And I wouldn't rely on that. I'd rather have a rampart. Everything else is complete garbage. And we got paid, so we'll invest that into 1 more reactor power, into mass. We get to fight 2 more elites, which is very nice. Hopefully get something good out of it. We go pyroelectric round for the outer flank, as that thing is gonna become a bigger problem.
Reactors
with deterrence and then paired pulse. Oh damn, there's a corpse just floating. Just slowly floating away. And the corpse faded off. Alright. We do target lock, and then hit him with a laser pulse. Here we're gonna need a shield card, but we'll still hold on to weapon coolant because I'll play it next turn. We go conservation,
Heat sinks
weapon
overloaded.
coolant, then we just break the flank. Here we go, catalyst pulse, laser pulse, and hit the tungsten round on the sensor array, because then I can hit either one with a drill round and deal a ton of damage, like this,
Enemy equipment
because it's bonus,
destroyed.
and then break that. I'll kill him with a PAC repeater next turn, just like that. Shield Initiator is really good in very niche cases. None of these cards are appealing, so I'll just skip. Shield Initiator is really good when you are at a disadvantage. Then it's really good, but usually it's quite horrible. There are way better subsystems to have installed. I'm gonna discard the barrier. Hit with a pyroelectric round bear. I'm gonna put a charge barrier for the star player.
Incoming missile.
Perfect. Now I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hit the missile launcher with a kinetic shot. Do a weapon coolant and then radiant
Optimal
beams.
temperatures reached.
Do a PVC repeater.
Enemy missile intercepted.
And then next turn I'll do deterrence with the drill round. Or actually, I'll do it with the paired pulse for the flag. I don't want to deal with the volley. Even though I have the grid fire, I'd rather just
Enemy
try to
equipment
kill
destroyed.
the enemy. And we do the grid fire. We get anything good? We got a primer. It's garbage. Offensive assurance is quite nice. And battle repairs are also quite nice. You know, I'm gonna take battle repairs. It's an expensive card that can hinder me sometimes, but in the long run it can actually pay off. Retribution, support volley. The Vindicator flag is really annoying to deal with. I don't have enough damage to deal with it. So I'm gonna target the shield gen.
Incoming missile.
Okay, here I would go with this. I could have used the drill round. Then I'll have to pop a barrier as well. Block all the
Incoming
damage.
missile.
Now I just need a grid fire, which unfortunately I did not pull. We go pyroelectric round. Go to
Things overloaded.
turrets, and then we do overload cannons for big damage. Oh, I could have done emergency shielding. Oh well. I'm gonna do battle repairs to undo some of the damage. Unfortunate that I missed emergency shielding. Could have saved me even more HP, but well, shit happens. I'm not gonna be buying any reactor power, because I have no need for it. Oh, battle repairs as the first card is really good. Here I'm gonna take target lock, and I'll just have to use my Catalyst Pulse, unfortunately.
Enemy firewall is up.
Now here I'll just go laser pulse, deterrence, and then drill round. Then I'll do weapon coolant, and I'll discard the PDC repeater. Tungsten round, I go for the Bleacher, it's really annoying. And I'll head with a grid fire. And luckily I broke it, which is really good. Grid fire would not have worked on this turn because there's a missile in the way. They always prioritize missiles before going for the enemy. So here I'll just play a barrier. There's no point in using a charge barrier because it's gonna take down the entire shield anyway, so you're gonna lose the duration regardless. So here I'll do a paired pulse because pyroelectric round cannot do its full damage. And now I can just kill him like this. I enjoy railguns. And there's nothing good. So we just go for the boss fight. Two defensive stances. I'll have to do one. And then I'll be targeting the Vindicator flag. Actually, no, I'll be targeting the shield gen, actually. That one is really annoying, especially when he plays Raise Shield. You can do battle repairs, and then break the shield gen. I could have done it a bit more efficiently by doing a Catalyst Pulse with Laser Pulse and then going for the Vindicator. But what's done has been done.
Incoming missile.
I'll have to do a barrier and then fall defensive stance and then do another barrier. Oh, I wish I could have used force production here. But, oh, I did not see that one, wasn't paying attention. Well, it doesn't matter, we do target lock. Oh. And then we do a grid fire, and it did not break it. That is highly unfortunate. Could have used overload cannons.
Incoming missile.
I'll have to use... How many weapons? That will do...
Enemy equipment destroyed.
For 7 times 2 and break that. We'll have to sustain another 6 damage, unfortunately. This will level.
Missile is in flight.
I'll just use the PDC repeater to shave off some health off the
Enemy
shield.
shields down.
And I'm just finish him off with a paralyzed ground. Did take some damage, unfortunately, but can't expect to be always perfect. And there we have it, a Rampart. It's a really good shield card. And we have amassed a lot of credits. Fuel, what events did we get? We got the colony event and then the Starkin filtration event into the Solar Re. Okay. Install the AI for max amount of crew. I'm gonna be soundly hacking her as I have a PDC. Right? Ooh. It's just a Mark 1 though, and it's the turreted one. I don't want to give up my railgun for that. Nor do I want to give up my laser. But anything useful here? We do not have absolutely nothing useful. That is actually sad. We're gonna be upgrading that. We're gonna do unwind, max repair. Well, maybe you shouldn't have done that, but since we do have battle repairs, I'll probably put this one extra reactor power into mass, so that we'd be able to do battle repairs and be able to play defensive stance consistently and target lock, because I keep on running low on mass, so it's good to have some extra. And then we're gonna go all the way down the leftmost lane up to the elite and then go for the colony event. Ooh, yes. I wouldn't recommend doing this pirate attacking the Starkin event
You are now shielded.
other ships other than the Marauder and the actually, yeah, the only Marauder and the Arbalest benefit from it. The other ones have the crew member that will be whining if you attack their own kind, which is quite annoying because you lose morale and you kinda need to have enough command points to play abilities in case you do end up in a horrible situation. You do target lock, charge
Shielding
barrier,
enhanced.
kinetic shot for the shield gen. We don't want them blocking our damage. I should have discarded the BC repeater as this is not a missile enemy. Okay, no, this is horrible. I'm gonna discard a defensive stance. I don't need to play a barrier. I can just hit the BC on the enemy. And I'll skip my turn because I don't want to waste its ability. I'll hit the heavy laser, that, and then put another one. And we win right here. We can do it like this. deal more damage. It's a bit overkill, but there's no harm in doing a little bit of that. And there's... beam efficiency is not that bad of an idea. Laser cards cost 1 less wardens for 4 turns. You know, I'm actually gonna try this out. Doesn't sound that bad. Allows you to do a bigger combo. I've got loot for free. What do we have here? Sure. Max out the deadweight reputation. Do target lock, beam efficiency. Do pyroelectric round. Break that. And then next turn, I'll be breaking the shield gen on that thing. Like that. And then aim for missile launcher.
Missile launched.
And I'll let the missiles finish him off.
Target
So I'm
reached.
not gonna bother wasting abilities and doing the enemy. And there's nothing of use for me. So I'll just be skipping card picks all the time. Oh, hard hideout. You know, I'm actually considering visiting it. Spending a fuel, but it's fine. Oh, I could have done it the other way. Like
Shields
after the
up,
colony
Captain.
went, I would have had more money. Well, it doesn't matter too much. Now we'll do a grid fire here. And I'll discard a piece here, Peter. Do that, and I'll just block all the damage. I'll have to do forced production, then 2 barriers. We do weapon cool and then we radiate it to not overheat. We do target lock. Hit that, that. Wow, almost killed him. There's an incoming missile, we don't worry about that, we can just hit him in a drill round. And be done.
Enemy equipment destroyed.
I hope to get a radiating capacitor for the radiator, as it is an insanely good subsystem, as it will increase both the heat dissipation and it increases heat capacity. And we do not have that. We don't have anything good here. Oil gun is pretty good, railgun, but I don't recommend picking this one. I don't like it. Wow, nothing of use. Crazy. Just do an unwind. If I want to remove any cards, I actually do want to remove all the laser pulse. There's a bit too many of them in my build. Maybe the turns too, but actually it's quite useful. I'll be aiming to get another reactor power for more ordnance, because right now I'm literally not getting anything useful. 25 credits, yeah. That's another ordnance.
Shields up, Captain.
Do target lock, beam efficiency. We do a pyroelectric round and break the rampart shield gen over there immediately. Then I'll probably start targeting that. I'm gonna need...
You are now
We're
shielded.
gonna need to do... force production would be better. Yeah, as we do get more resources to work with. Because defensive stance also gives 2 energy. I'm gonna do weapon coolant. Do that. Hit him with a grid fire. Oh, perfect.
Enemy equipment destroyed.
And then, what do we do here? Do another defensive stance, pull a
Shielding
rampart,
enhanced.
radiate, and then I'll just do 2 PDC cards. And then just hit him with a pyroelectric round. Preemptive Blast, no. Run a Radiate card, I don't need any more Radiate card. Optimization is completely useless, and yeah, there are no good cards here to pick from. Now we fight the Elite. Hopefully I get like a weapon stabilizer. Phase. If you have a lot of cards that are tactical, I wouldn't then discard, I would just play the most important ones. Like Target Lock and Rampart. Rest I kinda don't care about if they get phased or not. Because they all serve the same exact purpose, and it's to get shields. So if it phases one out, it's no big deal because we're still gonna be able to defend ourselves quite well. However, you do want to get rid of the system disruptions, and we got no attacks. Yeah, that's what happens when you go quite heavily into defense. There's a heavy barrage incoming, so I'll have to do post-production. I'm gonna go more into energy. Ion Jam won't do anything to us other than just remove our shield. It's completely fine by me. I'll have to radiate because I want the Pyroelectric round to deal maximum amount of damage.
Enemy shields down.
And I'll break the hacking console. Bombard will do 0 damage because it's 0 times 5.
Ordnance production down.
Then we're just gonna start breaking stuff. Break the shield gen. Discard the PDC repeater and discard a bearer because we don't need that much defense. Pull a drill around perfect. I'm gonna do a deterrence.
Enemy equipment destroyed.
And then we just do that. Oh, I didn't realize. Well, luckily we have battle repairs to play. Battle repairs, weapon coolant, rampart. We discard one of the defensive stances because we don't need them.
We were hacked.
0 shred. Then we just go tungsten round for shield gen, and just like that, it's broken
Enemy
again.
equipment destroyed.
Get rid of the system disruption, hit the 2 laser pulses, and go for the next turn. We break that, hit him, and we win. No damage sustained over the course of battle. Alpha Strike is pretty good. It's not the best thing to have, but can be really good. And there's nothing. There's another paired pulse, but I don't need it. I have enough offense in my deck to be fine. Put it onto the laser. Oh, and there's a crew member. I'll just go for the ambush advantage. Additional damage on the first turn never hurts. What is this? Plus 50% more damage. Ooh. You know, I'm gonna do a funny. I'm gonna do Overload Cannon so that I can deal 12 damage with Grid Fire. And then 18 damage with the Pyroelectric round. And he's already like 30 HP down. This is really funny. I'm gonna do a Rampart. And I'll put 1 more into energy. We're gonna radiate, do weapon coolant, beam efficiency, and then reckless assault is gonna be 12 damage. We can do an emergency
Shielding enhanced.
be fine. Here we just break that one. Discard 2 barriers, we need more space for attacks. Perfect, we just hit that.
Enemy equipment destroyed.
That, and we win. First battle down, 2 more to go. Anything useful here? Lacerate, it's good for heat builds. This is not a heat build. Remove the weapon malfunction because weapons malfunction is really annoying to have. So you're better off to take it off. Target lock, we go. That. Grid fire, discard PD's repeater, and wait for the next turn. Twin barrel is going to be 4 damage plus another 2. Do weapon coolant, radiate, rampart. I could have actually broken it, so there's no need to play rampart. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna discard battle repairs, we don't need it. We're gonna discard most of this. Play Cattle's Pulse to maintain target lock, as it's a very useful thing to maintain. We go for the flank again, hit him with a drill round. We got deterrence, and we win. Simple as that. The Arbalest is one of the easiest ships to play, and then we go home is also defending, and we prepare for common. It's gonna be an elite fight.
Shields up, Captain.
It's a really annoying enemy. I'm gonna break the missile rack first. I'll just use Catalyst Pulse. I'm gonna discard the BC repeater and the barrier. Keep the charge barrier on hand. I'm gonna do a target lock and deterrence because I want to break the shield
Enemy shield
and
down.
deal some damage. And I'll play Grid Fire as well. I'm gonna discard the charge barrier as we do have Rampart on our hand. Perfect. Now I'll break that, put a kinetic shot there, and then play a Rampart and do weapon coolant. Kinetic shot. I could have done it the other way around. Well, it doesn't really matter. The outcome is still gonna be the same. I'll just win. Ah, now that's annoying. Let's just use it up. We have Boldy, why not?
Enemy equipment destroyed.
Discard those because I literally don't need them. And then we just finish them off with a fire like the crowns.
Missile went off radar.
Even if you do take damage in this entire engagement, you do still get repaired to full HP after the third battle. And get all your malfunctions repaired. Then you get 2 fuel tanks and 100 credits. I'm gonna go first here. Yeah, now this is the crew member that you do not want to have on board when you're doing the pirate quest where you get to kill a Starkin, because this crew member is gonna whine and drag your morale down. And you'll be producing less command points per move, so it's something to keep in mind when you have this crew member. Very whiny, I'll tell you that much. And I'll go to the station, use the transponder, and then I'll enter the hangar. None of these shields, these are good shields, but not on the Arbalest. I'm completely fine with barrier shield in my current setup. Photon amp, air emitter, I'm not using a heat build, so no shield initiator, I don't need that. All of this is garbage. Selling the AI. Invest more into energy. Do crew activities, do unwind. Buy a fuel, and then I'll leave. I'll move her onto the engineering bay slot so that I could use her ability, which is to produce the lowest resource, which can be very useful, very handy in some situations. Do I want to go to the space station, the allied one? I don't know personally, like I could, but it would be really a waste of a fuel. I do want to see if I can pull a good shield. Do beam efficiency, do a pyroelectric, and do reckless assault. Then with a crit fire and break it. Discard this. That iron harpoon is not gonna do anything. Then do Catalyst Pulse, laser pulse, then kinetic shot on the raise shield. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna do a charge barrier to not be ionized. I wish I could have radiated all the heat. I'm not gonna be putting any shields up because I don't want him to get more shield duration. Now we can do target lock. Break
Enemy
that.
shields down.
I'm gonna wait to spit some more heat for the pyroelectric round. Oh, there we go. Hit that. Like this. And like that. Discard the barrier as we don't need it. Use the deterrents, break the iron, and win. Anything else useful? Nope. We're not getting anything useful out of these battles. Other than cash. Stop at the station, enter the hangar. Do we have anything good here? First shield Cerberus, entering bay. Actually, defense matrix can be really strong against the custodian. I'd rather have that than shield initiator. Essentially what this does, you play 3 shield cards and you get a 1 security, and the custodian, he hacks a lot, and he has some really annoying hacks, so you're better off having a defense matrix rather than a shield initiator. If you have a Mark II shield gen that has 2 subsystem slots, the best combination would be Dynamo and defense matrix. Dynamo defense matrix combo is like one of the strongest combos you could have on a shield gen, but 2 Dynamos and 2 defense matrices is also really good. But I wouldn't recommend going dual defense matrix. I'm gonna go fight that elite. Now this enemy is a little bit annoying. I'll do force pro. Actually, doesn't really matter which one you do. Both have their own uses. Just break the shield. You don't want to sustain the shields. I'll discard all those cards because I already have a rank card. I don't need anything else. I'm gonna discard Grid Fire because I don't want to waste it on an Iron Missile. I will, however, use a Ram card here and the Radiate card. I don't want to be ionized. We do that. That's what I extra damage. Weapon coolant. And we pop a barrier. I'll discard the PDC repeaters. I literally do not need it. Missile launcher is down anyway. We do conservation. Paired pulse. Laser pulse. Tungsten round. Defensive stance into a barrier. Now we have a security, but this enemy does not hack, so it doesn't really matter. You know, I'm gonna wait. Actually, I don't need to wait. We can just win. I could have waited for him to charge up, so I could deal more damage, but there's no need when you can just already win. Thermal buffer actually could be really good with pyroelectric round. It took bullets max damage to 50. Yeah, I'll do that. It's actually a pretty funny idea. It would be insanely silly if I got it first turn. I did not get it first turn, but that's fine. Not gonna need these cards.
We were hacked.
Beam efficiency, radiate, deterrence, and we just break the beam sweep. Perfect. We go thermal buffer, we discard those shields and we discard defensive stance. Need to start pulling attacks now. Conservation, target lock, weapon coolant. We break the shield with a railgun because he does have a action shield, which is really annoying. It lowers the laser damage. I'll put up my shield. He's gonna play a fortify, which is really annoying. Much damage 5, yeah, we can break it.
Enemy equipment destroyed.
We can break that, and go like that. Really strong. Oh, look, this 13 damage. Be gone. Another shield initiator. I do not want a shield initiator. I do not want them. Increased conduction, I don't want it. It's just another card to clog up the deck. It's good, but I don't use it. I could have gone up and over, but I really don't want to drag on this whole thing for even longer. Ooh. We go Pyroelectric Round there. We go Catalyst Pulse there. We go Laser Pulse here. Air Pulse there. Radiate. And next turn, we do Kinetic Shot there. We'll do a Reckless Assault. Yikes. 5 damage. Can I... Deterrence? And Overload Cannons? Yeah, we can. Do Weapon Coolant and Beam Efficiency and discard the PDC. Card, we do Thermal Buffer. Pyroelectric Round, Laser Pulse, and then next turn we should be able to win. Yeah, put a Grid Fire. We're doing pretty good. I think I can Flawless the Custodian, but I'm not sure. Because he can do some funny things sometimes. But generally, if you have like defensive stances and good shield cards, you should be able to do just fine. Most of the time. I could have played Rampart. I'll play Rampart. I'll discard Battle Repair's defensive stance because we do have a charge barrier as well. And I'll slowly start chipping away damage for drill round. Beam Efficiency. Do Weapon Coolant, discard the 2 barriers. There's a missile. We go Target Lock, Deterrence. We do Balance Production. Hit that.
Enemy equipment destroyed.
Hit that. Then put a Charge Barrier and then Radiate all of it. Taking no damage. And look at this Pyroelectric of 16 damage. Just one shot at that. That's why I enjoy having railguns. They can be really powerful. For really cheap. None of these cards are good, and I don't have a need for more offense. Go over here. Oh, I don't like this. Convergent Repairs, Vengeful Volley. Ooh. I'm gonna do Balance Production. I'll break that. Now Vengeful Volley is gonna be really annoying. Luckily, I can just one-shot the missile launcher, use a PDC repeater, and I'm gonna charge a barrier. It's a really annoying enemy, but it's nothing impossible to deal with. It's completely doable enemy. I'm saving this for when he charges up so that I can deal more damage. Yeah, we do deterrence and then we just win here. I think no, we don't win.
Enemy equipment destroyed.
Oh, that was buggy. Just pop a barrier, discard that, and then just Air Pulse. You know what's gonna kill him with a Grid Fire? Must be a bit toxic towards him. Anything good? Nope. Why do I even expect to get good cards? I already have all the good stuff. Undock with the station. Like, I really have no need to do more battles or the bounce battle. I really am not getting anything useful, really. I'll do this and just put another mass. I'm gonna do combat training for the boss. Sell this. Yeah, I think I'm good. Do I need any more cards? Do I need anything? I don't need anything. I can actually take Overload. It can be useful if I hit 3 laser attacks in a single turn, but it's quite unlikely for me to do that. But whatever. It's an improvement nonetheless. And I'm at the parts station. And straight into the boss fight. Do I have? No, I do not have. You can just one-shot that one. This one is the one that has all the really disgusting attacks, is this one. But the other one will just be really annoying with heat. I could actually go for the command center kill, actually. That actually sounds like a fun idea. I'll first break this as well. I'll discard all of this. I don't need it. We go... You know what? I'm gonna do grid fire here because I've just an excess of resources. We're gonna do a deterrence and just break the shield and just start damaging that. Radiate, discard defensive stance and battle repairs. Free up space. We do conservation, target lock, thermal buffer, and then just start breaking the shield. Put a charge barrier and a rampart to have the duration. Mirroring defenses is not good. Haven't played enough shield guards. I'll have to just break, just shoot it to maintain target lock. Oh, I pulled the rampart for more duration. Now we have the security. He has kinetic conversion, which is really annoying. However, I can do... Actually... Oh my goodness, 24? Yeah, let's go.
Enemy shields down.
I'm gonna have to break the shield gen. As that thing will be getting my way. I don't want it to power up. And how much damage is this? Oh, I can take that.
Temperatures reached.
Perfect. I think I'll win here. Beam efficiency. Not gonna be doing weapon coolant. Just take a barrier.
Optimal temperatures reached.
Perfectly blocked. Ooh. Okay, here I'm gonna do that. Charge barrier, defensive stance, rampart. I'm gonna start preparing for tanking the hyper laser. Okay. Do deterrence.
Enemy
And then we do drill rounds. Perfect. And then we do grid fire. Get the missile out of the way. You can discard that. Oh my goodness, a 16 shield HP thing. That was annoying. I think I can... The main reason why you never want him to go over 20 shield HP is for the sole reason that if he goes over 20 shield HP, he's gonna do an energy transfer and just hit you with like an insanely fat attack. And now here we just win. Flawless battle, nothing too bad. Railgun laser combo is really good. So yeah, I'm probably gonna do other ships on other days. So yeah. Have fun, guys.